Hello, we're back today to look at some community creations in UniVersus, including never before seen reveals. But first, before we get on to the rest of the video, if you're in the EU and still undecided on attending the EU qualifier, we're only around 10 players away from the event going to 7 rounds, and that's an entire extra game of UniVersus to play, and that's something you can accomplish. So if you still haven't, make sure you sign up today. Now firstly, while looking through creations I came across the cube, which was created by the third best method of card removal in the game, Nick Reagan. This is a draft cube designed for 4 pods with 4 players each. All those 16 players getting a deck box having 5 characters and 60 non-characters. So if you don't know how drafting works, the players will start by looking at their 5 characters, they choose one, then pass the rest of them to their left, repeating with the 4 that come, then the 3, until each player has gotten 5 characters. Then they move on to the non-character cards, taking the top 10 cards, which is to represent their first pack, and you pick one of those, add it to your pool, and pass these cards right. Now this keeps going until all the cards in this first pack have been drafted. Then you take the next 10 and do the same but going left, and swapping directions each time until each player has drafted 60 cards, where you'll then build a minimum 40 card deck to play. This format uses looser symbol chaining rules, so you can use any card that has your character symbol on as if they all have it tuned, and you only remove 5 cards a cycle rather than 10 due to the smaller deck counts. Now there is a lot of cool story behind the design of this, which has an entire article which I'll include in the description for anyone who wants to read that. Now onto the next content, custom cards. The first, while these cards are based on UniVersus and to work with it, they aren't official and obviously shouldn't be treated as if they are. So, custom cards. There's a lot of reasons people might want to make these. Might want to experiment with different symbol combos and abilities, or put their favourite character in the game, or maybe even try making their own set. Now, for those, how do they make these? Now, the version I found is a magic set editor that has its own UniVersus add-on that gives you all the functions you need to make cards, giving you different card type options, rarities, even the ability to make double-sided cards, so everything you need to make all the cards you'd like. I even tried my hand at making my own, with the announcement of Persona 5 Royal coming to UniVersus, inspiring me to make a card of Yusuke, my favourite Phantom Thief, giving him abilities based on frozen foundations to represent his ice powers. Now, onto the big part of the video. I was given some cards for a custom draft cube that'll be available to try out at Worlds, based on the Chunin exam arc of Naruto. This was created by Asmadi, who gave me the honour of revealing one of the character kits, this one for Hinata, a 6-hander with 32 health and the life, order and water symbols. She has 2 abilities. The first being the once per turn enhance that prevents her attacks from being partially blocked, and letting the player change its zone. Now her next is another once per turn, but this one being a response. That lets you make a card no longer count for progressive difficulty and freezing a rival foundation if an attack deals damage, so you can use this both on offense and defense. Now, onto the attacks. The first one she has is Gentle Fist, a 4 difficulty, 3 low 4 damage punch that has stun 1. This also has the enhance to see a random card in your rival's hand and lets you change the zone. Now both the stun and the enhance of this works with both those abilities, letting you see the cards to make sure you can change the zone to deal the damage, and stunning a foundation that you can freeze immediately. Next, there's Desperate Charge. This is a 5 difficulty 4 mid 3 that also has stun 1, with 2 abilities. The first, making your rival commit and freeze if one of their commit and freeze one of their foundations if they block the attack, and the second, to give the attack another stun 2 if either player is cycled. Now, the final attack is another 5 difficulty attack check for Node Strike, this being a 3 mid for 6 damage that has another 2 enhancers. One spending a momentum to stop an attack from being completely blocked, and the second giving an extra 2 damage for each rival frozen foundation. Now onto our foundations. Piercing Vision is a 2 difficulty foundation that lets you flip as a form and commit a rival foundation. This helps early turn, you can get sort of cards out the way, make sure they're dealt with before you go in with your attacks. It also has a Deadlock first form, flips itself to commit and freeze 2 rival foundations, giving you more powerful targeting and setting up for the extra damage on her attacks. After this, there's Hyuga Clan Heiress, a unique foundation that can respond and commit to stuff the rival's card pool if you play an action, and then an enhance on it to give an extra speed and damage if the attack has had its zone changed. Her final foundation is a 1 difficulty, Worried for Her Friends. This responds to flip as well and spends a momentum, reducing an attack's damage to 4 when it's not blocked. This lets her stay alive a bit more while also getting her response off in the opponent's turn. Now, finally, she comes with an action, the 0 difficulty Byakugan. This has Breaker 1 and the enhance to see a random card from your rival's hand, then allowing you to change the zone of the attack. It also has a response where if your character has the Byakugan trait, which Hinata has, you can clear the action from your card pool and draw an extra card. So even when you're defending, after you use the breaker, you can clear it, get another card, and on offense. Yeah, and all that will be able to try out at Worlds if you're wanting to play in a custom draft queue. That should be it for the main part of the video. Alright, thank you all for watching.